I would like to start by creating a safe container for us. And the way I like to do that is by sharing a little story. Do you remember? I think it was yesterday, Kelly said something about when you're a kid and you're dancing and you want your father's attention. Do we remember that? I have a clear memory of being a kid. I grew up in Cuba where everybody dances reggaeton and everybody is very sexual naturally. And kids, adults, it's all fine. And I remember dancing reggaeton. Reggaeton was starting to be a thing. And I remember being on the floor, doggy style, as a kid, and all the adults were happy, and all my friends were happy. I was happy. I was getting all the attention. And I'm like, man, this is great. I love it. But then somewhere, I don't know where, between childhood and adulthood, wanting attention was shameful and it was not okay. And I started to really dim my light. I started to play small. I started to wear very simple clothing because I'm just not that girl. I'm not that extravagant girl. I rather just not be seen and be in the back of the room. And when I first started seeing pole dancers on Instagram, the shame that I was projecting was insane. I would look at them and I'm like, they're half naked on a pole, posting their videos. That's clearly all they want is attention. How dare they? And it wasn't until I did some inner work and realized that what you envy is an admiration that you may have. And I explore what it's like to let go and post that video. And I also started posting my videos wearing shorts, and now I post my videos wearing thongs. And I think it's so important to recognize where we are playing small because it comes from the same place of double guessing, or no, that's not the word, like second guessing what you just had. If you just had an interaction with someone and then you leave and you're like, did I say the wrong thing? Was I too much? Did I trigger them? Did I did that? Why am I socially awkward? And that's where it manifests in our daily interactions, in our private interactions, in our inner dialogue. Something that Kelly also said yesterday regarding when someone tells you an insult, and some of them are just gonna roll through you and you're not gonna care, but there's that one insult that it's gonna stick to you. And I would say, I don't know if anybody agrees with me, that being called a slut or a hoe or whatever would be that word. Would anybody feel that way? That's because that used to be for me. Like, oh, you're a hoe. Whatever that meant, promiscuous or whatever. And I decided, what if I am a hoe? And what if I am an attention seeking hoe? If I say that for myself, it won't matter if anybody else says that about me because it doesn't take away how smart I am, how empathetic I am, how talented I am, how sensitive I am, how beautiful I am. So today's class is all about giving you ladies permission to embody that inner seductress, that inner whore. All right, so I would like to start by letting you ladies know some of these movements and exercises, you may need a little bit of balance. So if you find that it's been really hard to do these movements and not hold on to anything, I would suggest maybe grabbing onto a wall or maybe like a couch if you're by one, or maybe one of those poles. You don't need this. You don't need to have this, but I'm just saying if you find it difficult for you to stay on your feet, by all means, maybe grab a partner if they are comfortable with that. We all talked about consent already. So, all right, we're going to start by getting up. And I'm going to start by taking these off. This is also an invitation. Some of these movements that we're going to be doing can be very shameful because they are used in sex. We're not having sex today, but we are going to be loosening up our hip. This is where we store a lot of our emotions, specifically shame. We are stiff. So today we're going to shake that out. And I'm going to be giving you some. Okay, I just disconnected from the music. I don't know what happened. It just said disconnected. All right, so I invite you to have with you either knee pads or a cushion. It's fine, depending on how sensitive your knees are. So yeah, okay. So before we get started, I would like to do a quick little stretch on your knees. So anybody familiar with a yogi squat? We're going to just open up our knees really wide and come down. And we're going to sway side by side. And feeling that openness here on your hips. Just swaying side by side. Right? This? Hi. Can you hear me? Can you? Yes, you can hear me? Okay, perfect. So while we're here, we're going to start bouncing up and down. You may want to open and close your knees. And as you're opening and closing, you want to move your hips forward and back. You're going to feel this on your hamstrings, quads. Okay. All right, and then from here, let's see how slow we can keep that movement while standing up. Now, I'm wearing high heels, so I can only do so much, but all right, now that we're here, we're going to sway our hips side to side, just like Simone was showing us yesterday. I feel like this entire retreat has prepared you for this. We had twerking, we had body rolls, and we're going to be using a lot of those things here as well. Side by side, and then slow, side by side. And as you're moving side by side, how about you go back and forth? You're not going to be doing a full circle. You're just going to be bringing your butt back and around. Okay. And then from here, how about we just hula hoop our hips, but very slow. You may use your hands to add to your movements. So as your hips are swaying side to side, your hands are going to accentuate that movement. I also invite you to follow your natural body's intuition, to do whatever feels right. You can follow me, but if a different movement feels sexier and better for you, by all means, you can follow what I'm doing and try to go to the rhythm of the music. And how about we make some faces? See your tongue out. And caress your body. Nobody's looking at you. Only I'm looking.